I pretty much had to redo this entire video because turns out I was muted. All right, but with that said, welcome to another Chasing Kaleidorider video. Today we're actually going to be thinking about my thoughts on this game, and I'll be showing you what the second CBT had to offer. Not everything was unlocked, but I also don't want to check everything out because this game feels like it's full already and we could be expecting this game a lot sooner than we think. And I think that's really awesome. With that said, let's get started. Okay, let's go one by one. Here is your profile. Here is where you're going to be. You can actually change this. You can actually change the picture. You can add some stickers that you'll be unlocking as you progress with things, whether it's dating and other stuff. This you actually will be getting from dating, which is actually really cool. I like the fact that there's levels for them, kind of like in rhythm games that we're talking Bang Drain, Project Sekai and stuff like that. You guys are familiar with these little titles that you can upgrade as you upgrade things. I think that's really cool. You can also change the color of the, this profile thing. You can change who your favorite characters are down here. There was something else here that I'm not sure what that's gonna do, but you can see here that one of them's your profile, one of them's your link with overall link with characters. So let's talk about Link then, if we're already talking about that. No, this is not my favorite character, but I kind of like her design because she really reminds me of Shizuku from Project Sekai, even though Shizuku is not my favorite character. It's actually Saki, but she looks really pretty and I'm just gonna take it. So if we go back to someone that has the most levels would be Pro, but that's because I got her to level 8 a lot quicker than I realized. So on here you can actually choose companion. Companion is profile stuff for your home screen, so you can do that kind of stuff. Gifts, you have your mood links or your mood gifts, which this is, for example, you can see the mood here, and you don't have to give them gifts all the time. Why? Because you can actually go on dates to improve their mood. So you have a specific amount of dates that you can go on with a rider every single day. No, let me be specific. No, this right here, this amount of attempts that you see here is only specific to Chrome. This is not overall dates. For example, if we go here, you can see that she probably has different amounts. And let's say you completed everything. Let's say you finished everything end game and you've seen every single sequence that there is for although you've seen all of this and you're like, okay, I'm good, I'm done, I don't want to go through an entire section of dating, then okay, that's fine, you don't want to do this anymore. Understandable, right? That's understandable. You may not like some of these characters, but you want to get your dailies done. You also, by the way, this is the highest bonus for Adodo specifically. Each character has a specific route that they like best, so you can get the best points for leaderboards and for just rewards in general that you'll be getting every day. But again, let's say you don't want to do stuff every day, then that's fine. You can just do this and that's it. Just no choices for you to make, just get the reward. You're done. And you can just keep doing that every day if you have unlocked everything here, for example, right? Everything here, if you've seen all the scenarios, if you've just gotten everything for the character. Here, you will be selecting what you can do and what you cannot do. But again, I just don't want to talk about all of it too much, so I'm just gonna give you a briefing of everything. Here's you're going to be, this is overall, this is not per character, this is for you as the navigator. This is going to be your overall rewards that you will be unlocking over time as you go on dates with any of the characters. So that's really cool, but I don't want to go too much in depth with any of this here. as this is just my overall thoughts, and I think that dating got a major improvement. Of course, first of all, I like the layout of everything here. I love the fact that in the previous beta we did not have a menu looking like this from what I remember, nor did we have the rider, or not the rider, the navigator actually grab the camera for that. I think that was really cool. So moving on to Kaleidorider. Over here, since I already explained it before I realized that I was muted, you're going to have cats here. And this is a dispatch system. Obviously, everybody knows what a dispatch looks like if you've played gacha games. They also changed his design, which I think it's kind of funny that they changed the design. He used to be more like the NTE cat. Right? He used to be more like the NTE cat where he had a TV on his head. But there used to be cats here that I don't have anymore. There's a shop where you'll be getting stuff for the cats. You will be also dispatching cats. You will be getting cats as you go on dispatches. So there's going to be different places where you can go, set them on a dispatch. You can essentially, like, you know, do the whole, like, touch a cat first, and that's gonna lead to a picture every day. Then after that, you're going to select the cat again, and then you're gonna do like rub the cat to like pet it, and that's going to increase their mood. You always want the cats to be at their best mood. You can select what cats you want here, because there is a catalog of different cats that you can get, which I think is pretty cool. Having just, you know, more cats for dispatch. Everything is just progressing as it should. So I think we're done with this section. There's not much here. There is something cool, but I'm going to kind of leave this until it's a really small thing, right? It's a very, very small thing, but I think it's really cool. I love animations, so I think it's very cool. But I'm gonna leave that for the people that have seen the beta, and if you haven't seen it, you will see it when I make my full-on review when the game actually launches. When does it launch? Don't ask me. I don't know. It could be soon, it could be not, but it feels very full right now. It feels like this game is very, very full, very rich on content as is already. I really don't doubt that this game is going to be coming out very, very soon. Did we talk about this again? I don't know if we talked about this, but yes, this is going to be your dailies. This is going to be like where you know, check all your event stuff, kind of. This is going to be like your, if you played Genshin, this is like your to-do list journal thing. So you're going to be completing this, as this will grant you some very good rewards. So you always want to make sure that you prioritize this. Of course, this is really turning out to be more of a guide without it being my intention, but that's what's happening. Collection, I talked about this on my previous video. This is like your achievements plays where you're just going to be getting stuff there. The vinyls, which is the music, which you can actually set as your home menu music. So if you like a specific song from a writer, you can also do that, which I think is really awesome, that you can set your own profile thing. There is something I forgot to mention on dating, actually. Let's go back. Oh boy, there is a big reward here, and that would be this one. And I think this is super crazy. Whenever you finish everything with a rider, well, not everything, but once you finish leveling up a rider's link level maxed, you can actually set that rider's icon as your profile icon. No, I said that wrong. Not your profile icon, your app icon. Yes, your app icon. You can manually set what your app icon is. I think that's brilliant. That is genius. I don't know why other gacha games aren't doing this. This is genius. It's incredible. Oh my god, I'm losing my mind here because of that. You can actually set it to be whatever your app icon is on your computer and your phone. Actually, I don't know if it's for phone, but I'm pretty sure you can do that on PC really easily. But that's really cool that they give us like a free app icon that we can just choose for it to be whatever the hell we want. That's really awesome. Anyways, moving on. There's the shop, which I already talked about before. You can select all the packs. You cannot purchase anything here, by the way. You cannot purchase any of this stuff because the shop isn't actually available. It's just for you to see the pricings. So for example, let's say I wanted to spend here, it actually says that it's not available. And yeah, there's not much. God damn, happened again. I'm sorry, happened again. Anyways, companion is the same menu as we saw on Link. You can select what character you want to have on your profile. You can also select what background you want to have on your profile. You can also have these, which are really nice pictures. The only problem with some of these is that right now, when it comes to these, are only in CN. They are not available on JP just yet. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be available upon launch. If it's not, then I have something else to complain about, because I do have some things that I would like to say about this game, but I'll leave those at the end. But you also have these 3D interactions. If you played any other gacha like Girls Frontline 2, Star Savior, you know what these are, kind of things. Snowbreak, you kind of get to know, well, maybe not Snowbreak. You can't really set these as your home screen on, well, actually you can. You used to, at least. Ooh, I needed a breather there. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk about the calendar. Why? Because I think it's really cool, man. Listen, this is your basic login reward stuff, right? Not important. But the fact that it actually looks like a calendar, and it is a calendar because it tells you whose birthday's coming up or whose birthdays have passed. I think that's awesome, dude. And you can see the rewards right here, right? You can see what rewards you get every day right here. And on top of it, you get to see whose birthday's coming. Are you kidding me? That's awesome. And not only that, whatever limited character is coming or is on banner is going to probably be the calendar character here. That's awesome, dude. This game has some really small attention to detail stuff that's just missed on other gachas sometimes. But let's go to Field real quick. Field is actually really cool. So Field is kind of like Nika. It's actually very much like Nika here, because you will be clearing everything here. There is sweep, as I mentioned in my previous review of the first CBT as well. There is an actual sweep here. So let's say I just want to not do this again. I want to sweep, then I press sweep. I would actually like a different animation. I don't mind this on top of a different animation right before you get the rewards. I would like to have something like, you know, this bus here that we have. What if the bus crashes onto the screen, you know, like Persona style or something, or a rider just pops up and grabs something and then you get the rewards, and that's like the sweep, and then it leads to like that HUD. I don't know, I just would like something else, because this game has been nothing but animations all the time. There is different areas that you will be unlocking. Patrol missions is going to be like the one mode in Honkai Star Rail that you will be doing weekly. However, I don't think it will be as taxing, since what it's resetting is these rewards here. Because as you can see up here, this is going to last for a really long time before this resets, which I'm pretty sure this is going to reset at some point, and that's what this timer at the top here, top corner over here, I'm pretty sure that's what that's for. But this timer down here is actually just for your rewards, because there is a shop and it's going to be just for this, so you may not actually need to worry too much about this. What is this? An actual roguelike mode. Again, you play Girls Frontline, you played any other gacha that has a roguelike mode, really, you know what this is. But there is another roguelike mode, and where is it? This one right here. This is another roguelike mode. However, this doesn't last too long. This is actually on the shorter side of roguelike modes. This is just for you to get extra rewards here, which is pretty nice, but you will be doing that every day. There's this here. This is like a weekly boss thing, which you know, you guys know what that is if you play gachas before. So you'll be doing that every single week. This is the tower. All right, this is your other modes that I haven't unlocked yet, that I also kind of don't want to see on this beta right now, because I mean, even if we could unlock them, seems like we can, but I don't want to see everything here because I want things to be new to me upon launch. But I think it's really cool that we have all of these available already. Once again, as I said, this game feels like it's super full on stuff already. This is just your shortcut version of getting to things that you want to see. And there is one more thing. If we go up here, this is actually events, believe it or not. This section right here is actually for events. You will be clearing stuff like in Nikke. And as you clear these, you will unlock more things up here. Because you will be doing these. These are your stages for the event. So if we go back home, we click over here. This is your event. And right now it's Misty. This is very surprising. I love the story presentation because the story presentation feels like an actual anime to me. I don't want to spoil too much for you guys here, but as you can see, it actually is fully voice acted. If you guys have seen the story, it's just the same. The level of quality on this here is the same. Look, and if you like the visual novel aspects, which I like some aspects, I just don't like it when it's full on just 2D sprites. I love Heaven Burns Red because their events were character stories and they were fully voice acted and stuff like that. So I've always loved them for it and I appreciate them for it, which is not what every gacha game does. They always fall short on events for me personally because maybe the presentation looks good, but there's no voice acting. Or maybe there is voice acting, but the presentation is lacking because it's not the same as the actual main story, so they cheap out on you. And I don't think that's fair as the consumer, me personally, because some of us spend a lot of money on these games, and I mean, their money should be going for a better experience in my opinion. And this is definitely it. So if you like these kind of type of storytelling, you'll get this. But what's crazy about this is that since this is kind of like a flashback thing, it's like a past thing, don't worry, you get this here too, just like the main story. Again, the same level of presentation as the main story. That's super surprising. That is very much appreciated in my opinion. I love visual novel stories. I just don't like the presentation of visual novel stories. I can only take them for so long before I start getting bored, and that's why I stopped playing Heaven Burns Red, even though I really love Heaven Burns Red's characters. I love their music. I just can't handle too much visual novel like that. But I really do like the fact that the story it's super amazingly told. Again, like I said, this is your stages, so it took me back here. This is where you're going to be completing stuff. I have 2,000, so let's gachapon, and it gave me more rewards. So yeah, you're gonna be doing that there. There's leaderboards for some odd reason. It's for the dates, I think. You will be clearing stuff here. You'll get some of these cool rewards. Obviously, you get more pulls for clearing stuff on the stages. You also get these achievement things as you clear stuff in the game or on the events. You have these specific dates that don't count towards your regular dates, so you'll be going on a lot of dates with these girls. Not only are you going to be going with dates on here, you will also be going on dates on your regular links. So yeah, there's also this here, which I don't have any more of this, but this will allow you to interact with the character. And if you're a feet person, I'm pretty sure Misty is right for you. So let's move on from here. No, there is limited dates. So yeah, choose whatever. Oh, okay, I guess there's only one thing here. And yeah, just go on dates with Misty. It's limited. for that. So it's because it's just only a specific location that you can go to. As you guys see, there's only a specific location that you can go with her here, and that's pretty much it for events. They're pretty simple, but they're very like into the game, kind of like it fits the game a lot. It isn't just like random stuff, and I really like that level of immersion that they're trying to pull here. When it comes to the field, I've already talked about the field. I accidentally click on field. I don't think anything else to see on field besides, you know, if you played Nikke, you know that you need to clear stuff. But let's talk about the story a little bit. And I mean very little bit, very little. And by that I mean, I think it's kind of cool that they're trying to show itself as an actual anime. As you can see, S2, like season 2, like, are you kidding me? Like I'm watching an anime. That's definitely what they're trying to do here. They're trying to sell you the presentation as if they were telling it to you in an anime form. So for example, let's go here. Let me click, I don't know, let me click this. And yeah, again, it's the same level of story presentation as there was on the event, right? So it doesn't differ. I think the fact that it doesn't, you know, that it's not different from that, I think it's really cool. Obviously, I think some of these stages don't need battles. So I would like it if they were just... let me go from one thing to another, because I really enjoyed the story, and I feel like sometimes the gameplay, I'd rather just watch the story than actually do the gameplay. Even though I like the gameplay myself, but I like it on field and everything else, right? But on the main story, I actually kind of don't like it sometimes. I feel like it fits sometimes, like in the school section here. I'm not gonna spoil much, but on this chapter, I feel like some of those stages do fit here. There's also Kaleido Tales, which I have not unlocked, so I don't know what these kind of things are. But I think it's also cool that they're here. Maybe Mista will be shown here after the event, after her event is over, but I'm pretty sure this is like character stories of characters that are not limited. Or that are, you know what I mean, this I have no idea. It's not available here, so I have no clue. All right, I have no clue. Anyways, what else have we talked about or not talked about? I'm pretty sure we talked about this. You can buy the skins, whatever. Oh, the gacha. So when it comes to the gacha, it is actually pretty nutty. It is 100% for the character. And it is 100% for the bikes. As long as you're limited, it is 100%. When it comes to here, you can actually select what characters you want and what bikes you want. This part is definitely not 100%, right? I don't know about this, but this bike here is definitely not 100%. It's a choice of between these. So yeah. Good luck. But this is your standard. This should also be standard. This is limited. And I think just the fact that both the character and the bikes are 100%. Oh man, it's really cool. It's really cool. So I'm saving this for the last part. Okay. So best for last. The riders. So the riders have a lot of animations. All right, they have, if you play Zenless, you know what I'm going to be talking about here, because of the in-between transitions. So what I mean with in-between transitions is that there's two types of transitions. There's the animation of each section that you choose, but there's also the animation of between these animations. So for example, first animation, right? However, there was an in-between animation there that led to her eating it. So see that one right there, because if we go here to here, if we go from here, right, to this feet one to this one again, she's not gonna do the hand thing. See what I mean? Like there's like in-between animations. And I think that's really awesome. See, she doesn't kick it. Like if it was like this one right here, she kicks this one. There's like animations in between there's transition animations that lead into the animations. I guess it's the best way that I can explain it. can we talk about the bikes for a bit? I know we all love the waifus, believe me. I love my waifus as well. Adolo is one of my favorites. Moliere is the other one of my favorites. Of course, you guys seen Moliere here too many times now, since she is my transition character for, you know, when I edit my videos and stuff. So you guys seen that for sure. They changed her voice actress. I don't know how I feel about it. I like the old Adolo, but the new one's growing on me. Either way, what was I saying? Oh, right. The Kaleidos obviously look really nice. They'll have very, very solid animations. There is something here that I actually don't really like, and it's when there's a close-up of things. I don't have that available. Maybe I do have it available. So let's go here. The transition of everything here is very nice. It's very smooth. You see that? I don't like that. It gets low framey, and then it goes back to normal, but the transition here from that, it just the frame rate just dips. Like, it's all smooth here, it's all nice, but then you select upgrade, and then for some reason it's low FPS here. Same problem I had with the Kalameow. When you're in the Kalameow menu with the cats, it's also the same thing. It, for some reason, is super low frame rate there. It's super high frame rate here, but then you do that, or you know, it zooms in and then it's like low frame rate. That's weird. But it's the bikes I actually wanted to talk about. The A ranks and S ranks bikes, and I mean specifically the characters A ranks. So I think the bikes look really awesome. I really do. I really love the way that the bike look. I think they look awesome. You can put like a little extra buffs on them. You can enhance them, obviously. You can upgrade them like any other gacha. However, unlike any other gacha, I think the other game that kind of does something like this might be Blue Archive, kind of. But the thing is, if you have an A rank bike that is character specific, you could either choose to continue pulling for it to see if you get the S rank version, or you can try and hold on to that, because you can actually upgrade the bike from A rank to S rank, and when you upgrade it to S rank, is actually going to transform itself into the S rank version that would otherwise be on the gacha banner. So you could always try and evolve it with these materials here over time to transform it into the S rank version, like I said, that you would otherwise get on, you know, by pulling. I think that's really awesome, dude. And when it comes to the stats, no, don't worry about the stats. Don't worry about like the perks and all of it. Everything will be just the same as if it were the actual S rank version bike. This is super cool, dude. I love this detail. I think this is super cool. So yeah, I don't think I have many things else to say about Kaleidorider besides I'm super stoked. I'm super happy about this game. I love a lot of things about this game. I love the presentation of the story, which I don't say that, you know, often. Everything's very standardized. Everything wants to be so high budget. Everything wants to be so whatchamacallit, you know, so very video gaming type of presentation. I want something more chill, man. I want to tune in. This game has made me feel like I'm tuning in to an anime, not another gacha presentation story. No hate to any other gacha story, it's just not what I'm looking for right now when it comes to that. And I think this is really awesome. I love the characters. Some of them not so much in terms of design, just because I have a type, of course, but they grow on me because of the story, maybe, and just the music is freaking awesome. I love the music in this game. There's just so much that I like personally on this game that I just cannot wait to try, right? Like, I cannot wait to just be here again, go live, for me to talk about the game again with you guys whenever the game releases. With that said, yeah, those are pretty much my gripes with the game. I would like more animations on field, right? Like I would like more animations on field for either sweeping or when you actually are doing like a thing. Like I would love more animations for stuff like here, right? And then this, because that does get old since you're gonna be seeing that a lot. So it does get old. I would love to have more animations there. So that would be nice. I would love to have improvements on frame rate when it comes to just the zoom in on the Kaleidos and the Kalameows too. Seems like the Kalameows are back. So whenever you click on something, look at that frame rate, bro. It's weird. It's like it's lower FPS. I don't get it. I don't get it. And then it's like higher frame rate once you're actually like petting the cat and everything. Like this is weird. It's I don't know what to tell you. It's weird. But besides that, in terms of graphics, I don't know. Maybe they could improve them to some extent, but I don't want them to be extremely realistic. I actually want them to be more 2D-ish, more animated, because this story is just doing it for me. I love it. I love it. And I haven't talked about gacha stories like that in a long time. I tried to do it with Uma Musume, but I couldn't, even though it's kind of similar in terms of story presentation. But I just couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. Anyways, I think that's it for me. This game was amazing. It surprised me a lot on its first CBT when it came to a lot of aspects of the story presentation and the events, and just how fun the game actually is with very amazing music that it very fits my style. And you know, this game is just such a vibe. It's the simplest way that I can put it. The game is just such a vibe. I cannot wait for launch. I am probably going to stop playing this here so I can have some more surprises upon launch, and I can, you know, experience them maybe as I go and make videos on them with you guys. And I think that's it for me. You tell me, from seeing other content creators, from seeing maybe my live stream, maybe the videos that I'll be posting as time goes, of course. You tell me, if you got into the beta, did you enjoy the beta? What aspects would you like changed? There is a lot of feedback that I gave them already that I would like some things changed, some things to be improved on. I didn't mention all of them here because I kind of forgot about them, but I mentioned some of them and some of my most important ones, that's for sure. I have recently made a Patreon, so if you would like to support me and my channel, the best way to do so would be to go through my Patreon. With that said, okay, I think that's enough. I talked for a little too long. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Share with everyone that you would like to share with. You know, spread the word, spread the good word of the waifus, of course. And I will see you guys in the next one. I need the fan on, so I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you guys again. Have a great day, everybody. Stay hydrated. It's pretty hot over here. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
I've had enough of